What's going on, y'all? So this is going to be a topic about will Wuthering Waves get overshadowed by Zenless Zone Zero, and how this 1.1 update is a good update, I'd say casually, and maybe for like mid-course, or for like long-term hardcore players, and just people who want a lot of content. I find it to be shallow. So I don't say that it's bad. No, this update is good. I like the exploration. The story was better towards the end, but getting towards the end, you know, it kind of is okay. And, you know, as you see my progress here, 97% exploration. I've done everything. Let's go over here, too. I've killed all the level 120 mobs, because obviously they're in here to do that. I just did a run around and got all the camera spots, too. I did literally everything you could possibly do, and it took me around 15 hours. The problem that I have with this game is that it doesn't really have any end game. Not only that, what they did add in just doesn't really last long, and everything in this game is like a one-time. It's not really meant to be repeatable. What I mean by that is, like, if I go do a tactical hologram and I clear it all, there's no rewards ever again. It's pretty much just gone. The only thing you could do repeatable, possibly, was in beta, and that's the Depths of Elusive, but that's just nowhere to be found. We know that it's coming, I know that, but I'm saying for a game that's around the corner like Zenless Zone Zero and Final Fantasy XIV Dantro, which is not a gacha, but it's still a service game, it's going to pull people away. People who just want to, you know, be engaged and play online. Yeah, I don't know. And my thing about ZZZ is I just don't even feel excited for the game. Like, usually when I look at certain games like this game gave me some sense of excitement. Like I was going to get some adventure and stuff like that. I don't know what to think about that game. I'll have to play it to really see how I feel. But from so far, from everything I've seen, it is the least interesting gacha game to me. And I don't really like gachas that much, but I go through them and beat them. And I've beaten thousands of games, and I try to master them all. You see, go across the map over here, 95, 100%, 99, 100%. I've beaten all the tactical holograms. I've beaten Tower Adversity, all of that. And I'm not pay to win either. Show you my team right here. 80. 80, 80. I lost a 50-50 yesterday and got his S1. S1 on her, then not that on here. You get that, as you see. It's not pay to win over here. No signature weapon. That was from the free pool that we got. I got them to 62. So, I'm speaking from full experience here. Over 200 hours on this game. I put a lot of time into Tower Fantasy, Honkai Star Rail, you know, played these games, but my problem here, so that's what this discussion is about, my problem with gacha games, and will this get overshadowed by ZZZ? My problem with gacha games is that they have no in-game content. Like, right here is an example, and there's nothing to do with anybody online. Now it's even easier to get echoes, and with this extensive map here, you can get even more. What's the point of co-op? I don't see the point. I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way. Why do I want to do co-op? I've destroyed everything in this open world easily, even the level 120 stuff. What's the point of me doing co-op? It's like it doesn't even exist. There's nothing I could do with anyone in-game. There's nothing I could do, like, period. Because it's like everything you beat, it's done, and there's nothing else to do after that. And it gives you this little peek up, and then you drop right back down on the ground very quick. Another thing I want to say is, how is it that this update came out, and if we go over here, Genshin has more views already on Twitch. This is the second time. Let me go right away so you guys can see that. 4.6 views, 3.8K. So, how are they going to, like, you know, maintain and build up even more people to stay engaged and stream and just have more people be engaged in this game when it just goes away this fast? We know Hoyoverse is not threatened by this game at all. That's just not going to happen. And this this happened a lot. So how are they going to maintain their base if they don't have any long-term replayability in anything they do? It's like a little short ride, and then it just fades very quick. Another thing is that the content and development is shallow, and it's not that these people don't have the capabilities of producing something with a lot of content, but they choose to do the psychological exploitation.
Way clear.
I don't care how much animated scenes you give me and how things look cool. After you do it hundreds of times, it'll fade off like everything else. But underlying all that, again, is massive advertisement for me to pay you hundreds of dollars to engage into what? Then here comes another character. I pay you hundreds of dollars for what? What am I doing? People that overhype this, I don't get it. You know what I mean? I think it's bullshit. You guys would have been better, definitely in this gacha industry, because it's very predatorial, to make the game like League of Legends was set up, to where the vanity and the MTX would be for me to pay for skins and to have custom effects, rather than me overpaying you for mediocre content. It's not that hard, because you gate it behind math and you make it seem hard, and there isn't a group content to do anything, so it seems like it's hard, but if you overpay, you can just beat the hell out of it. So it's not really hard. It's an illusion of appearing to be hard with okay development. Like, the tactical holograms are not that hard. The math is deceiving people. I would have liked to have been able to earn the character by engaging in hardcore and mid-core content with people. I mean, there's no instance I could do with anyone that I would just say, oh, I could just beat this, you know, with a bag of popcorn in my hand, pressing one button. Anything that I could queue up with other people. It's very shallow and pointless. There's literally no point to it whatsoever. So, like, my issue with these games is that right there, and you gating me every single time to reach meta. I have to pay you hundreds of dollars on games like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, and tons of other games, Monster Hunter games, Elden Ring, where I could buy that game one time and get just as much content and higher quality development on all scales and all spectrums. Why am I paying you that much money and I don't have this much content? It doesn't make no sense to me. And this has gotten so big because so many idiots have supported it. And you let them get away with it. Where you get awed by this character coming in, but underlying every single time coming in your face is you being asked to give them hundreds of dollars if you want to reach max potential. But for what content? I can't believe this has went on this long, because I completely skipped Genshin Impact. I now see why this is like this, because people are stupid. And I'm not insulting you. It's an actual fact that you will pay somebody hundreds and hundreds of dollars for this type of development, where you can go buy tons of other games and get a lot more replay value and actual better development. And it's like this because y'all have allowed it to be by over-supporting this trash. I'm not saying this game is trash, but I'm saying the systems that you support are trash. And it's set up like this when they could be focused on a different type of development. It's actually real and engaging, where you can earn something together and go through actual hardcore content and mid-core content all over the game. But no, let's just over-support this and keep overhyping it. Definitely you streamers. You guys are trash to me. And you're fake as hell. Like, you sit here and you overhype this over and over and over again instead of attacking. You even start up drama with each other and go around and start up a bunch of other stuff and attack of other things, but you're not attacking the correct thing, which is the attack on the human psyche. This exploitation right here, this predatory system that bundles a whole bunch of Japanese systems and a whole bunch of other people's development. They're not that creative as you think. And then they put their art over it and mass advertise it to you and restrict you on a whole bunch of things and set up the math to where you're walled off by yourself and it seems like it's too hard. It's not. That's literally the game here. So back to continuing to, do I think ZZZ will kill this game? Not necessarily, but I don't see how these guys are going to be at the top to be able to be competitive against, you know, Genshin and that game when their viewership has already fell down that low. I mean, they don't have anything to keep people engaged after you go through and do everything. It just falls off real quick. It's like this at the beginning for like the first day or two, and then it goes down into the ground. And then you get on, you dump your weight plates off, and then you get off. And you guys are paying them hundreds and hundreds of dollars each individually. They already made hundreds of million. It's absolutely insane. And somehow, I don't get how y'all's brains are convinced that this is okay. And why this is not being attacked. And not necessarily these guys, but all of the gacha systems should be illegal. You have people that were complaining about loot boxes back in the days. And that's just cosmetics. Now that you can't even reach the end of the game and get the highest potential of the characters that you want without dumping more money into them. After I already paid you $5 for the pack and $10 for the season pass, 20. Even if I was a billionaire, I don't care. It's the same concept. That's not the point. The point here is the way that they're presenting the system to you, and either you're saying yes with your money or you're saying no. And a lot of you are just easily brainwashed. And even some of you that are trying to change now, how much of influence have you put out there years before to help and promote that and influence other people to do it? You got nothing to blame but yourselves. Because if you fought against this and then supported it, it wouldn't stay alive. But I believe these type of systems are going to definitely start hitting declines in the long term because the market is getting oversaturated with it because so many people make money now. Here comes the big copycat train. And this is already a copycat system anyways, with a bunch of restrictions. It goes backwards. So, yeah, you developers that make these gacha games, you better start making it to where people start earning more things rather than trying to over-advertise these sugar-coated characters with all these personal. I mean, yeah, that's all cool and stuff, but what's behind that? A vampire. Y'all just asking for a way more money than you should be getting. And your development is not top tier. Elden Ring blows you out the water. That's real development right there. And it's not asking, no microtransactions, they don't exist anywhere. Nintendo games, no microtransactions don't exist anywhere. This is real development. If you want your games to actually be seen as a higher quality development, start developing content and make it to where people can progress and want to play your game. I should be able to earn currency to get a character, even if it takes longer. Just like League of Legends. League of Legends has a phenomenal system. If you want to spend money on skins, you can, but you can play all day. It may take a lot longer, but you can stay engaged and eventually get the character, even if it's only one time on these games. You have to make your systems better, or these games will hit a decline in the future. This playstyle. Because it's very uncreative and very predatorial and vampiric. And the people with more influence, which is why I got to keep getting bigger and bigger, and I will, you're pretty sad. Not to say it. I'm not 100% blaming them. I'm blaming you too. It's just how Call of Duty got big, but at least you were just paying one time for that game. Now in this game, you pay for 10 Call of Duties every 2-3 weeks. But for something that doesn't last that long. I can understand if you were making an investment for a game that you could play 12-15 hours a day, but goddamn, how can you be that dumb? And it has to be said, because y'all are. For years you have been. And somebody like me has to come in and say it. I don't care if you view me as some bad person. I'm not. I'm actually attacking the right thing. So this stuff can get better. Because this will not get better.
Sharp.
And it's gotten so big, now it's going to be a lot harder to deal with. Because you didn't deal with it right at the beginning. This is my problem with gacha games. That's what this mostly was about. And will this get overshadowed with ZZZ? Which, like I said, it's obviously not going to help this game. It's going to pull even more from it, along with Final Fantasy 14 Down Trail expansion coming. And then you just got more stuff consistently coming around the corner. Obviously, I know some stuff they have coming in this game. But basically what I'm saying is that y'all have to step up y'all's development for engagement and earning, rather than psychological, gambling, addiction, exploitations. Because that seems to be the main purpose after everything is shown with all the hype. And here comes that wall again. There's no way in hell somebody should be paying you $400 to $500 for a fucking character on a video game. It's more than a damn console, damn near. One character, and you keep on bringing it over and over again. This is garbage. And it needs to change. But we need people with more courage and more strength and intelligence. Not weeboo idiots. That, you know, can understand if the development was actually good. and you weren't being exploited, but people are idiots. Right, and that's all I have to say. So I play these games, and like I said, I'll go right to here and show you. I get the monthly pack. I'll pay for the season pass, $9.99 every month, because that's a basic subscription fee that you would get for any MMO back in the days. Not pay you $15, then pay you $200-300 every month. Some people even more. That's absolutely insane and retarded. But it's been happening for a very long time. Then you have people that really want to defend that principle as if like that is not a predatory system, and making people and turning gaming into a gambling addiction with a whole bunch of restrictions. I'm restricting you, your gameplay, not optional cosmetics, but restricting your goddamn gameplay and setting the map to restrict you too. I just can't believe it's gotten this far. It's pretty sad, but yeah, other than that, like I said, I enjoy this game. Outside of that, for what it is, they're not doing anything new. It's a bunch of other people's systems bundled together with a whole bunch of paywalls and restrictions. At the end of the day, that's why I can't love gacha games. I don't care which one I play, it's the same thing. It always comes down to that right there. I don't care how you come to me on the surface. Behind that is that same vampiric nonsense. And you should be developing a lot more and having optional cosmetics and vanity and giving people a chance to actually get the character, and then you put a limitation on it on purpose. All this is done on purpose. This shouldn't be going anywhere. So yeah, I'm calling you out. It's bullshit. And as I get bigger, I will still continue to address it, even if I don't play these games. You're just taking advantage of children mindsets and fools. I can come to y'all with the yin and yang Lao Tzu mindset. I know about the simplification that's going on with that. So, yeah, either you people with influence do something, or you keep being morons. Because 90% of you are. It's not like people are not dealing with real life issues with food price going insane and bills all over the place, and then this coming in. I mean, come on, man. Ridiculous. All in all, we'll see how ZZZ goes. But like I said, I don't feel hyped for it at all. I'm actually getting tired of seeing them keep on popping up because they're all predatorial and they just want a bunch of money. So I'll go through the ride and see how I feel about it. But yeah, if this game wants to stay relevant, it needs to do all those things I talked about and find ways to make people want to like it more. Not do the same thing everybody else is doing, because the people that are leading are just going to stay at the top. And they were already overfed. That's why they're able to have 3 to 4 games up and still have a shit ton of money. So that's my take on that. All right. Y'all have a good day. Peace.